Right. Welcome back, everyone. J Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Right on time. Well, at least for what I scheduled myself to be. Doesn't always happen. Doesn't always happen. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications, folks. And if you're new here, welcome whenever you hit the show. Oh, it's been a long week, folks. Took the night off last night. Just couldn't. Just couldn't. Just too much. Just too much going on. Life gets ridiculous. Let me silence this before I continue. That way we don't hear it going off. No disturbances. We keep it quiet. All right. Well, I hope all of your weeks are going well. We're almost to the weekend. Tomorrow, whew, MLW Fury Road, 15 minutes from my house. Can't wait. We got some chatters already in here. Let's see what they got to say. Critical Sting. So I really just watched a company with 5 hours of weekly TV get outbooked by a show with 4 ECW originals in 2019. It's true. I did not watch Raw or SmackDown, but I've been hearing some horrible things, especially with the whole, boombox thing. Oh my dear lord, my wife has watched it. I save my Mondays for MLW now because that's usually when I watch it. I'll be lucky enough to see it the whole shebang live tomorrow night. Um, and then Tuesdays I kind of catch up with whatever, news, other stuff related. So last several weeks I haven't watched at all. And Money in the Bank was okay, but man, they're just they just look like they're trying way too hard lately. I don't know. It's just crazy. But this show was a lot of fun. The only thing I missed from it was about 5-10 minutes, about 10 minutes of the main event. I got the second half of it. I missed a few minutes of it while I was setting this up. I lost track of what I was doing and setting up, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I got to get back and watch it." But that second half of the main event was insane. Randy Hawkins here, Eric. What is up? I don't know what's up with said company, but they better get their act together, or they'll end up like WCW. They're already getting compared to WCW because that's how their stuff on their show is. It's just ridiculous. Hey, Professor J-Bo, boom, too sweet. You didn't watch. Sir made a terrific decision. I mean, you see the highlights on Twitter. Everybody shares stuff. So yeah, from what I saw with uh, Brock Lesnar and the boombox going ape shit was like that was enough. I didn't need any more. That was just ridiculous. That was how they countered AEW's debut. Was Brock Lesnar and his boombox doing a two-step in the ring? That was just what are you doing? Just what a joke. What a sad, pathetic joke. Along with half the rest of the roster that they're just not doing it. I mean, I feel so bad for them. Hope you bring some stuff from the MLW show. Bring some stuff. You mean buy some stuff? I'm hoping to get maybe a couple things tomorrow. I can't. I'm on a strict budget. Hell, I bought a $10 ticket. I'm lucky enough to do that. The doctor is in. Doctor Jabon. It's my wife calls me because I take care of her so much. Blood Rain, what's up, man? I stopped watching Raw and SmackDown mid 2015. Yeah. Oh, MLD. Yeah. Well, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. Um, I want to do like a day in the life of, if I can get some decent footage, depending on where I'm sitting. I'm not sure how they're gonna set it up yet. If I get high enough, I might be able to get some good, crowd footage or whatever. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm dying to try to get a couple of quick interviews, but I don't know how insanely busy it's gonna be. I mean, I hope it's super busy, and I hope that's the reason why I can't. But if some of the tables are not getting used right away, or I shouldn't say used, crammed by fans, maybe I'll get a quick, 2 cents in on someone or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be just kind of winging it by the seat of my pants. Um, More just enjoying it because it's MLW's debut tomorrow night in the greater Milwaukee area. If you're anywhere in the Midwest, close to southeastern Wisconsin, or even Chi Town, or north of here or whatever, and you watch me, please consider going. This is going to be such a good show. You got Austin Aries, you got Devon Eriks, Hammerstone versus Brian Pillman Jr. MJF's going to be there. Teddy Hart versus Jimmy Havoc. Um, yeah, Lawler and Von Erichs versus Contra. It's just going to be ridiculous. Flamita signed with MLW. On freaking believable. I thought he was going to go to Ring of Honor because I heard he was like with um, Bandito and Roosh and all those guys. No, he joined MLW. He's debuting in Milwaukee tomorrow night. Can't believe it. He's going one on one with who? Oh, Ray Horace. Ray Horace, formerly of um, Lucha Underground. People still watch WWE. Sometimes, yes. I mean, they still get a crowd. They're just not bringing them in like they used to. So wrestling, AAW is also live tonight. Yeah, Trent's down there. Trent's on here once in a while, and once in a while I'm on his show. So that's the only reason why, because I was going to try to get him to come up from Chicago up to here to go with me to the MLW show, but he's at the AAW down in Texas. So safe travels to you, Trent. Um, but AAW is also coming to Milwaukee in July, so I might make that. I don't know. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be really tough. Still trying to get that job too. It's crazy. By the way, the ignorance of some detractors of Impact compliments their lack of IQ perfectly. The Bonnex debut, Austin Aries, it's going to be packed. Yeah, I mean, whether you like what Austin Aries is doing with his career right now, he's still a top performer. Attitude aside, ego aside, he's still going to knock it out of the park. So it's one hell of a light of honor out in the snow. What? Selena De La Renta is one of my favorites in MLW. She's amazing. She really has changed my mind about her over the course of the last year. She started out real conservative and real quiet. She really stepped up her game and really got nasty over the last year. It's crazy. She's good. She's good. But she's got a lot of great mentors in there too, like Conan, helping her. I watched Raw, but it bored me. Yeah, I just, I haven't watched in several weeks. Man, you only watch Raw when you have trouble sleeping. That shit'll knock you out quick. The only thing, hashtag Austin Aries pisses me off. Oh, he'll retweet that shit too. He's so funny. It's a video package of the night trudging through the snow for Jake something. Oh, that must be like a Game of Thrones reference or something. That's crazy. Jake's awesome. He just had a match on Explosion against a local guy. The extruder or the exploder. So I forget what the guy's name was. Really big guy. Two hosses just duking it out. Nice little match. They had a great tag match tonight too. Um, even came out with a win. They really needed that win. They needed that significant win to like kick off their career there in Impact Wrestling. I don't think they've had one yet. I could be wrong. Did they have one? I forget. Just quick looking at my notes from last week. I'm not. See, no, they just had a thing last week. Well, before Money in the Bank. No, I think the Daisy Hit Squad had a win in that one that I'm thinking of. Can't remember. Oh well, whatever. It'd take me forever to look through those. Um, Game of Thrones, yes. What if cousin Jake hits his head in storyline like Broken Matt Hardy did, and he goes by Jake something once the Diener split? I'm sure if he wanted to, he could. I think it was just. I don't think a lot of people know who Jake something is. I think I barely heard of him before he debuted in Impact Wrestling, so I think putting him with a veteran like Cody Deaner was honestly pretty good idea. Because even if I wasn't that big of a fan of Cody Deaner before and everything he did with oh, I can't think of her name. Come on, chatters. What was her name? I was gonna say they were married. No, that was Eric Young. Bam! Can't think of her name. ODB. Thank you, Critical Sting. See, that's your late blood rank. No, I'm kidding. Thank you. Oh, Schnikes. Yeah, that was a while ago too, wasn't it? Almost 10 years ago or something. I forget. They were together, and um, has my attention a little. You're multitasking. Oh my goodness, blood rain. Um, are they replaying it on their Twitch channel? Is that what they're doing? Because I got a notification. Yeah, they're replaying it. Oh man, so they're replaying it right after it was live? Holy crap. And I think the only way you can watch a replay after they play something is if you're subscribed. And I just redid my subscription tonight to um yeah, that's actually really cool. Um you can only watch replays if you sub, kind of like the AAA channel, unless you watch it live, you have to have it subscribed. And I just redid my subscription, my 6 month, 6 month subscription to um, Impact Wrestling on Twitch because I got the Amazon thing. So you just hit sub, so it's a free one. I got shouted out. How did I get? Did I miss it? Because I did it. Oh wow, I missed it. Damn. Well, there you go. See, 6 months. Boom. All right. Let's no, see, I was watching it on my TV through my Xbox because my TV deleted, this is so weird. My TV deleted the Twitch app, and when I tried doing a search in the on the smart TV thing, it wouldn't come up. Like, I can see it there, but when you click on it and it goes to the app thing, it's not there. I don't get it. But you can get it through the Xbox. So that's how I did it tonight. So I watched it and I subbed on my phone, but I couldn't do it on the TV because my TV wouldn't let me sign in. It kept giving me an error. It was weird. Range says, "Man, when you're out to show, look out for Contra unit. They got a blowtorch and has his mask melted to his face." Yeah, you know what? I have a feeling, and I've talked about this, and I know I'm going to just kind of jump all over the place here because it's a Friday night and we're drinking brewskis and we're just having fun. It's a Friday night, whatever. Um, I have a feeling that's how they wrote the Lucha Brothers off of MLW. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But I have a feeling, just with everything going on with AEW, um, I'm pretty sure they're done with AAW. They might be done with Impact Wrestling. I'm not sure if they're booked for any more shows coming up. Losing the titles to LAX might have been their exit. I don't know. I just don't know. Um, but obviously, they want to preserve themselves for these title shots they got coming up down in AAA against the Young Bucks. These are like the big shows they got now. So you gotta take care of yourself. You can't do all of them, and they really have been just going absolutely apeshit in their schedule lately. Selfie King is here. What is up? It's easier on the Xbox and PS4. Okay. Does for the impact on Twitch. Oh, the one like between segments? Yeah, it's crazy. You think they're on the Slammiversary poster? Okay, I don't think I've seen that. Maybe I've seen it. Still advertised for New York tapings last time I looked. Oh, okay. Inside News mainly admitted Impact and Brandon was pay well. Well, of course they do. I mean, people look. I've said this on here. I don't know how many times. When people are publicly saying that they're happy being at Impact Wrestling, everything's flowing, including the pay. Pay don't mean shit if you're not happy. Look at Mox. Look at what he did. He blew up the entire internet this week with all of his stuff on the WWE and how unhappy he was creatively. He was miserable, just effing miserable. This is John effing Moxley we're talking about here. And they wanted him to be a stand-up comedian for crying out loud. It's like, okay, I get it. It's nice to have a little mixture in your product. But damn, when you're castrating a guy like the Mox, it's so sad, man. I look at those promos he did in FCW, and that was the best shit he did in the company, and he didn't even hit development yet. And I'm talking about like NXT. And they were, man, that was such a crazy time back then. They were scared to death to put him on TV. They're like, oh my God, what are we doing with this guy? They should have just let him go then. Guy would have been a monster on the indies. Guy would have been a 3-time Impact champion by now. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Uh, do they censored you for saying pooper scooper? What the? Oh, you gotta love this. James St. Patrick. Update on Killer Cross and the Scarlet situation. The only thing that they censored you for saying pooper scoopers. So I allowed it. So I don't think I got any oh, I got Blood Rain. Come on. He's Blood Rain's multitasking, so I'm doing half his job tonight. I'm kidding. Yeah, Cross and Scarlet. Um, there was an interview. If you look it up on YouTube, don't do it now because I'm doing this. When I'm done here, just look up Cross, and someone did an interview with Cross within the last week that they were down at Starcast, and Scarlet was with him, and he was real blunt. He doesn't want to talk about it because he doesn't want to get in trouble. He wants to stay respectful to the company. He's not going to talk shit on him publicly, but he said he was very upset on how it got leaked because there were many discrepancies in the stuff that went public. So, he's stated he is happy with Impact Wrestling. I'm sure whatever it is going to get cleared up. I'd like to think I know Cross a little bit, just knowing how professional he is and how good he is at his stuff, that he'll stick out his contract and maybe they can renegotiate a little bit. Scarlett Bordeaux, I'm not sure. I heard something about that she took all of Impact Wrestling stuff off her social medias. I didn't know what she had on there because I don't really look her up that much. I'm not, a creepazoid or nothing. But I looked at her social medias and she doesn't have anything related to Impact Wrestling on there at all. So whatever she did, it's gone. Maybe she just wants to be taken a little more seriously in the women's division and not do all this comedy crazy stuff with Falaba. I don't know. I don't know what her issue is. She has not come out publicly about it. Speculation, you know. She's with Cross, so wherever he goes, she'll follow, you know. And they're together, they're in love. Can't fault that, you know. So I mean, I like what they're doing. I hope they stay, but same as Mox. If you're unhappy, then you gotta make yourself happy. You know, you gotta do what's right for you. If whatever you're doing ain't doing it, So just do a search on YouTube. Just search Killer Cross in the search bar on YouTube. I just watched it within this last week. I don't know who did it. It's a guy with black hair interviewing Cross. And just in the filters, just put like a week old. Okay, you'll find it. Okay. Um, yeah, Critical Sting. I think that sounds familiar. That's yeah. So, but stay here for now. No, I'm just kidding. Stay. All right, let's go over this. This show went like super quick. It just felt like it flew, but I was a little distracted because I was, taking care of my cats and distracted by my wife snoring on the couch next to me. So, and no, that's not a reference to Impact putting her to sleep. It's she got no sleep last night. She did a ton of shit today, so she fell asleep right after pizza for dinner. So, all right. So this is another one from the 2300 Arena, the ECW Arena, if you will, in Philly. This is episode number 3. I think there's one more, I believe. Um, this was just so much fun. This was a blasty blast. A lot of hardcore stuff in it, some great tag matches, and even some fun knockout stuff. And we also get an update on the champ, and we'll cover all of it. Um, how many shows does Impact Wrestling have now? They got the show on Twitch, the Pursuit channel. That's the same show. It's just simulcast to Twitch, and then they got Explosion on. It's showed different places around the world. It's not shown around here, but it's on their Impact Plus. So for what I mostly watch, it's one. So, but for some other places around the country, you know, the world, it's two. Plus all their monthly stuff that they got going on now. I mean, they're really working on putting the original content out there. They're kicking ass. So, all right. Starts out, and I was a little surprised that they started out with this. I thought this was going to be the main event. I was a little surprised, but this was still very good. This was a lot. This was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Okay. I was talking to Trent about this earlier this week because my review for last week was so late. Uh, but I was like, hey, you know, because I heard all the ECW originals got together. You know, Sabu came back last week, so they set up a big 3-on-3 and whatever. Um, I was like, I'm like, dude, you were there. No spoilers, but thumbs up or thumbs down. And he's like, thumbs up. I'm like, okay, all right, that's all I want. And he was right. He was right, man. This was so much fun. And I mean, we've seen what RVD and Tommy Dreamer can do lately, you know. So there's that. But for the whipped cream on the pie or the cake or whatever, the cherry on top, we had Sabu. And I remember him from being at United We Stand. Oh my god. And even if you didn't watch um United We Stand, you just saw this. Holy cow. He was so so much better. I mean, I'd have to rewatch United We Stand, but I was happy with what they did in the ring. But damn, Sabu was like bouncing and jumping off of shit like he was like 20 years ago. Um, I think he had some surgeries within the last year that helped with that. I don't know if it was hip surgeries or knee surgeries, but I've seen him like a year ago and he could barely walk. I don't know how the hell he was still wrestling. He could barely walk. And he was running around like a kid. So he either, you know, had some really good pain pills or he had some surgery and he's doing significantly better. Whatever the case is, Sabu looked great. Looked like classic Sabu. He really did. Super Genie with the light blonde hair even got in on the act and did a splash in the corner on I don't remember who. But Ethan Page took the pin from RVD after he had the let me read my notes here. Arabian face buster. That was sick. We have not seen Sabu do that in a while. That was great. And then the splash from RVD was absolutely tremendous. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. This really was a lot of fun. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. A lot of good action. Um, jump back in the chat here for a minute. went ahead and signed up for Impact Plus. It's dirt cheap. Well, your first month is free, so you can't beat that. Gives you a chance to. And hey, if you're used to the GWN app not working, this works a lot smoother and runs a lot better. So that right there, it makes it worth the money. I was watching. Okay, so I'm off the subject here for a second, but just for example, you know, Awesome Kong debuted at AEW's Double or Nothing on Sunday. Shocked everyone. Did not know she was coming. That was a great surprise. And so I started thinking, I was like, man, when's the last match that she had? I know I haven't seen it. I know she was in the WWE for a cup of tea, got pregnant, had a miscarriage, retired, or we thought she retired, or whatever. But she did such great things in 10 years ago or whatever it is. So on my Impact Plus, I typed in Awesome Kong and I had like 5 or 6 results pop up, boom. So I started watching the TNA and 60 special and it highlights stuff between Awesome Kong and Gail Kim, which is one of the greatest knockout rivalries in this company. So I started watching a little bit of that and reminded me how good she was, and that rivalry between Gail Kim and Awesome Kong was really special. So there, if you're, I get it. Not everybody's a fan of the AEW stuff, but if you are and you're excited for it and you want to see, you want to see what Awesome Kong's doing now, but you don't remember what she did a while back and you want to brush up on it, boom. Perfect example. Go look it up on the Twitch Plus app, like I did. James St. Patrick can't stand RVD. It's not everybody's cup of tea, he's kind of cocky this time around. I mean, he's always been confident and a little cocky, but after these Philadelphia tapings, Impact let the ECW guys right into the sunset. They're taking up too much time from the Impact stars. It was nice to see him because this was Philly, and I think it was a little bit of nostalgia for the Philly crowd. Um, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. No, I don't think they're going to stick around long. RVD might, but Dreamer's also working a ton of matches. He's one of the hardest working guys in the industry, so he's going to pick and choose his shit too. We trollish messages and help keep the peace. Yeah, Blood Rain's good for that. Yes. Or is RVD? Yeah, yeah. Tessa will have an intergender match at Slam. I think that's supposed to be Slammiversary. I don't know. I don't know. They're setting up the whole thing between her and Taya. The whole thing with Taya turning babyface has been like a slow burn. She's defending some of the other knockouts. They're trying to build her up because she was she was the biggest heel in the company, you know, or one of them. So that's not always. You can't just turn a baby face overnight. Sometimes you got to convince some people that hey, it's and not that you can always make people cheer or boo for people like some other companies try to do, but you sometimes it just you want to convince them like okay, this is where we're going, this is the path we're taking with this person now. We hope you get on board. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that still don't like Tessa for this, that, or the other reason. I liked her heel or face. Respect, she's one of the hardest workers out there. And she will she will be known as one of the best for years to come. They never gave Awesome Kong a chance at WWE. Well, she got pregnant right away. That's a thing. That was kind of a bad timing on that part. As soon as she got in, she got pregnant. She went off. She had the miscarriage. It messed up with her. It messed her up mentally, emotionally, physically. I can't even imagine. I went through that in my last marriage. That's a nightmare. It really is. And just trying to be there for someone, it's not. It's hard. It's really hard, guys. There because old stomping grounds and nostalgia for the Philly fans. Yeah, yeah. If he's isn't cocky as an RVD, right? Taya versus Rosemary. Actually, we're getting Taya versus Rosemary next week, but it's a non-title match. It's the main event for Slammiversary. Cage versus Elgin. Yes, they did. That was our fact. Yeah, let's get back to this. They did do the update on Cage. He said he's not cleared yet. Actually, he is cleared because he's been working. He's been working dates quietly, but yeah, he's going to be okay. He's just not back at TV yet because of the tapings. It's like if you're not at the tapings for like a day, that's over 2 weeks worth of time. So boom, you're gone for a month. That's a month's worth of shows. So but yeah, he'll be back. Slammiversary. I don't know if he'll be back before then, but they got a couple dates surrounding Slammiversary leading up to that down in Texas. So he may show up prior, mess with Elgin a little bit, get in his head. Cut a couple promos, He'll be back. He'll be fine. So that's the update on Elgin. Impact versus Swan next week, maybe. They might have advertised that one online and not. Oh, you mean for Slammiversary? Yeah, maybe. He might cash it in then. He's been bragging about that a lot. Still don't understand why Impact Wrestling isn't on TV anymore in the US. It's they lost their deal with Pop and they've been trying like hell to get a new one. According to Conan, they should be back this fall. Hopefully. Hopefully. So, but I mean in the meantime, you got Twitch. So and most cable companies and outlets have the Pursuit channel. I have one of the few that doesn't. That's why I go with Twitch. So there's that. All right. Glenn Gilberti versus Tessa Blanchard. I'll be your daddy. And then she knocked him the F out. Oh my God. I wrote down quick. So yeah, that was super quick. She knocked him out in like a minute after his the match was quicker than his promo in the ring. Oh my God. And like I said, whether you like Glenn or not, it's all to get Tessa over as a baby face. It might be frustrating. I get it because I didn't get it at first, and then I figured it out because I'm not the smartest guy on the planet either. Squash alert. God is just desserts. Yes, very true. But yes, that was a squash. She knocked his ass out. And yeah, with a the forearm too. That was man, looked stiff as hell too. That was crazy. That was awesome. Disco is a damn good heel. Changed my mind. Um, yeah, you may not like his opinion on everything. Like if you listen to the Conan podcast, he's got some opinions here and there, but he's pretty smart. He's pretty smart. Yep. So, but that was fun. She kicked his ass, destroyed him. Crowd loved it. Then we got the Desi Hit Squad, Raj Singh and Rohit Raju versus. I can't do it. I'm too tired of it. The Daners. Give her. Speaking of the Daners, this match and the next one made me thirsty. Mm, so good when it's cold. Mm-mm. Oof, it's a sweaty one. Sweaty beer. You can't do the deer segment without a beer. Damn Skippy, man. Especially the squeal. Wee! I really like these guys. This was a damn good um this was a damn good match. A lot of close calls. I did not think the Deaners were gonna get the win here, honestly, but they needed this win because I don't think they've had a. I was trying to look up in my notes when I started this. I don't think they've had a win yet. Jake had one on Explosion this week. Um, they might have won their debut match when they first got in, and I don't even remember who they faced. I don't remember. It was a few beers ago. You'll have to excuse me. Popcorn and beer. Minus the popcorn. Uh, Gonna make me hungry for it. I think I'm out of popcorn too. Damn it! I'll have to get some tomorrow morning. MLW did the nostalgia stuff also at 2300. Dreamer teamed with Sandman against Pillman and Smith. That couldn't have been too long ago. But I watch so much stuff it gets blurry in a very short period of time. Um, but yeah, fun match. Deaners get a very good win against the Daisy Hit Squad. But man, the Daisy Hit Squad really need they've been in so many comedy bits. I want to see them get taken a little more seriously. You know, I think they need a couple more tag teams to maybe freshen things up a little bit. Then we get the street fight between Killer Cross and Eddie Edwards. Cross comes out with a Kevlar vest. Oof, looking badass, looking indestructible, if you will. Um, I did not think Eddie was going to come out of this one. He had some help, though. He had some help. And speaking of beer, good old Sandman showed up. It's made me so thirsty. He started doing sharing the beer with everyone in the crowd. That was awesome. Really cool. Shows up with his own Kenny, the kendo stick, and then gives it to Eddie Edwards at the end. I think Eddie was a little freaked out. He looked a little freaked out, like, oh, he kicked Cross's ass. Are you gonna kick mine too? We good? We okay? You know. So No Metallica. No, he had to come in quiet. If he came in with Metallica, that would cause a distraction. They used Metallica. Okay, I must have missed that or didn't hear it or something. I thought he came in quiet. He came in and like was quiet. He laid there and then boom, hit him like Negan. Oh man, but yeah, that was fun seeing Sandman. And then I think the crowd, the Philly crowd appreciated him, and he didn't look. He still looked like he was, I mean, he really didn't have to too much. Swing the kendo stick a couple times. He didn't have to do anything crazy. Walked through the crowd a little bit, poured a few beers. Music came on at the end when he was sharing. Oh, okay, I'd have to watch the replay of that. I don't remember that. I think I missed part of it, but it's all right. I am pre-ordering a Grindhouse Classic New York Ripper from 1981. Okay. Random thought of the evening. Thank you, Demon Rocks. I love you guys. You crack me up. Where was I? Sandman. Yes, Sandman. And like I said, gave the kendo stick to Eddie Edwards at the end. That was a lot of fun. Killer Cross. I did not think Killer Cross was. I mean, if there was no Sandman, Cross would have destroyed him. I don't think we would. I don't think any of us would dispute that, especially with the lead. What did he say he had on? Lead loaded gloves. One punch. Good night. Acer 5000. What is up? Evening, J Bone. Yep, I like how Impact allowed viewers only on Impact's Twitch channel to see an exclusive segment with Eddie Edwards and the Sandman sharing beers at Enter Sandman theme. Okay, yeah. See, I caught the tail end of that and I thought they were just showing that. I didn't realize it wasn't exclusive because I kind of went out a few times during the Melissa segments. Not that I don't like Melissa, but I was trying to set this up, go to the bathroom, go get a drink, go take care of whatever. Just like old Manser. We're going to see him tomorrow night. I'm so excited to see Manser live. One of my new favorites on MLW. New York is like poor man's mania. Okay. Kenny the Kendo Stick version 2 was born, passing the torch type thing twice. That's twice it was passed on. Once from Tommy, second from Sandman. Honestly, the second one from Sandman makes a little more of a passing on thing, you know? Makes sense, sort of. It's not Kevy, it's Kevin. Kevin? They say Kevin? Really? New York Ripper is a poor man's maniac. Oh, okay. Manser was on a pro tonight. Oh, I no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, he's been doing stuff there. It's not I could care less. Orange Cassidy. You don't like Orange Cassidy? Orange Cassidy's hilarious. I've seen a few of his matches recently. He was great in the thing with AAW or AEW. It's I get it. Some people like some gimmicks, some people don't. Do you like slasher movies? I don't watch a lot of horror stuff. I watch the occasional zombie flick here and there. That's like my cup of tea as far as slasher stuff. But dude, I'm 45. I've seen so much stuff throughout my life that horror stuff really just kind of you've seen almost everything out there, and everything they come out with now is like, ooh, the Facebook slasher or some shit. It's like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, come on. So no, I mean, yeah, I like horror movies. I just don't watch a lot of them. I watch more action and other stuff and the occasional zombie flick lately. I just watched on Netflix. I watched Black Summer. That was pretty good. That was pretty crazy. So, all right. So Sandman comes back. Everybody gets drunk. All right. Rosemary and Jim Mitchell and Sue Young. That was a crazy segment. That was and when the Reverend James Mitchell, if you will, when he was explaining to Rosemary the whole thing with Allie, and they actually played some of the Allie stuff. So it was like, hey, we got Allie back, but it was in, flashback segments. When they were when they were doing this, and he was going through like play by play of, hey, okay, so this is what we went through, which was kind of nice because sometimes you forget stuff because this one is when it's been it's been going on a while, over the course of the last year or so, on and off, with Rosemary disappearing, coming back, whatever. It's still the same storyline. And so we get a little replay. And how Mitchell put it almost made it sound like Rosemary was in the wrong here. Like what she was doing to Allie, she was wrong for doing it. She should have just left Allie alone, and that it wasn't Jim's fault, and that it was actually Rosemary's fault that Allie died. And just the way he put it, I was like, holy shit, this actually makes sense. It's crazy. Um, I was like, wait, who's the heel and who's the baby face here? Because it's getting a little twisted here. Like Jim Mitchell's trying to rescue Sue Young and almost makes Rosemary look like the heel here. It's kind of funny. Um, and some people don't like this. I'm still entertained by it because they keep it pretty unpredictable. Excuse me. And Rosemary just went ape shit on him and just tackled him and was like, "No, it's your fault." So I don't really know where this is going. We're getting Rosemary versus Taya next week. It's Rosemary with Sue Young, so I don't know if Sue Young's going to interfere somehow. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty patient. Some wrestling fans are just like, we want this over 5 minutes ago. I'm pretty patient. I'm just kind of like, all right, we're just going with the flow. I'm still digging it. I like the characters, and bringing back James Mitchell is never a bad thing. He throws some crazy content in it. If you want to hear a great James Mitchell story, watch my last review with when Trent was on. Trent from the Total Nonstop. Oh wait, I'm gonna do the Rich Swan, the Total Nonstop Impact podcast, if you will. No, that was horrible. It was better when I did it live then. Trent had a great James Mitchell story. Go back to the last video I had um, doing an Impact review with Trent, and it was when he was in Philly and he ran into James Mitchell, and the story he tells is just it's goofy, but it's great. It's really cool. James Mitchell is yeah, I think he was. I'm fuzzy on a lot of ECW stuff, but I want to watch it some point and maybe review some stuff. Um, Eric, you said you've enjoyed the Undead Realm stuff. Yeah, like you said, some people have. Demon Rock. Sue Young is cute under her makeup. How have you seen her without her makeup? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I know there's pictures out there. Not to spoil, someone shows up in Rosemary and Taya's match. Someone. Oh, no spoilers here, dude. We try to keep this spoiler free as much. Okay. Sad Alley isn't a. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Allie's moving on up to bigger and better things. It's all right. You know, um, her contract was up and they kept her around for an extra few months. You can't complain about that. They were just kind of done with her. But they completed the story. That's the important thing. They didn't just, oh, no more Allie, which how many times have we seen that before? So they at least did that. He was a sinister minister in ECW. Yeah, and he was in the classic TNA, and yeah. But oh, you know who's okay. Demon Bunny isn't restricted to one company. Yeah, please don't spoil it. WCW. Yeah, I guess he was there too, but WWF was about the only place he didn't go to. So, um, but yes, then we get a little rundown of next week. Holy cow, we're coming up on an hour already. All right, we'll wrap this up soon. Falaba and Scarlett Bordeaux versus OVE, the Chris brothers. Um, Taya versus Rosemary. I don't know if it's for the title. I don't think it is. I think it's non-title. And LAX versus Rascals. I think that one's for the championship. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. And I know the Rascals had a segment with LAX, and the only thing I caught was the very end where Trey drank all of Ortiz's flask or something and then was like drunk and left, and there was a lot of smoke in their room or something. So I missed some of it, but that's how they set up the match was in that segment. So then we had the main event, and like I said, I'm sorry I missed some of the main event. I was setting up some of this. Um, oh, he was in the first one I stayed. Okay, that doesn't count. um, so we get Rich Swan and Willie Mack versus Johnny Impact and Michael Elgin, and that was going to be the big trick to see if Michael Elgin and Johnny Impact can play nice together. Well, we saw by the end of the match that they couldn't because of miscommunication, and that happens. You've seen that in how many different tag teams, miscommunication, someone takes a bump, oh, attitudes flare up, you're in the heat of the moment, adrenaline. You did that on purpose. No, I didn't. Whatever, I'm out of here. That's what happened. I caught the second half of this match pretty much. It was holy cow. And the stuff that Michael Elgin is doing, because I haven't seen a lot of his New Japan stuff when he was in New Japan. I've seen pretty much all of his Ring of Honor stuff because when he was in that back in the early 20, I don't know what you call that, 20, the early 20, it was like 2012 ish, give or take a couple years, because that's when they came to Milwaukee and I met him. I was watching him a lot, but then, a few years, he went back to the Indies, then he went to New Japan, left New Japan recently, came to Impact, so there was a few years that I wasn't really watching his stuff, but I knew he was there. And I think he became open weight champ or something, but he really didn't. Mullet Mike Elgin. Yeah, he had a hell of a mullet, didn't he? Santana had an MCL tear, but he's cleared now. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, speaking of LAX, Fight Network just they've got a series called Diary. Impact shared it, and the guys from LAX shared it too. Um, it's unlisted on YouTube, but you can go to the Fight Network and look up the Diary series. And it just got released within the last couple days. LAX had a diary, like a behind the scenes documentary, talking to them um, from when they were backstage uh, during Rebellion, and it's really good. Um, some fun stuff, some serious stuff, as far as like discussing family and stuff, whatever. But really good. If you want to kind of dig deep into what LAX is like, but behind the camera, go watch it. And they got a couple on there. OVE's got one on there. Um, Cage has got one on there. It's about a year old, but that's still pretty current as far as Impact stuff goes. Um, but yeah, I was contemplating reviewing it, but it's more one of those things you just sit back and enjoy. Something you can't review like everything you want to. Sometimes I just enjoy watching stuff for myself. Um, but yeah, solid documentary, fun. Um, yeah, hell of a tag match. Rich Swan and Willie Mack come out with a win here. Elgin leaves at the end, leaves Johnny Impact high and dry. I'm a little surprised that Johnny isn't interjecting himself in the main event of Slammiversary, but we still got over a month to go. The card could change, card subject to change. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in like two matches at Slammiversary. Um, if you're watching this after the fact, let me know what you thought of tonight's show. I thought it was really good. Some of the matches, like I said, I try not to be too judgmental looking at a card, you know, face value on paper. Like last week, who knew? Who knew that Callahan versus Falaba was going to be like the best match on the whole damn show? It was ridiculous. I want to see a full blown heel Yokozuna Falaba now. Swear to God, it's going to be. I'm hoping they do. Like this next week, I hope he like all of a sudden like chokes Scarlett Bordeaux and you know turns heel. I want to see it. I want to see it. I've seen crazy mad Falaba, and I want to see more. I don't want to see all the silly bah. I mean, okay, if he's going evil and goes bah, or something, I don't know. But um, like he learns one word: die, die, die. I don't know. It's just oh, that got dark. But yeah, um, but yeah, he's got that match with Scarlett Bordeaux next week. We'll see how that goes against the Chris brothers. Still waiting for that. Still waiting for that Sammy Callahan push. I mean, he's doing a lot of stuff with OVE now. But Professor J, 1 out of 10. What is your rate? 10 being awesome. This show, I would rate this show. Oh shit. Well, to be fair, I missed some of it. So to be fair, I'll say 8.5. Yeah, Yeah, 8.5, which is pretty damn good. Um, and I don't know what it was. This flew. This absolutely flew. It was just seemed a lot faster, but I was like I said, I was kind of distracted doing shit, you know. Um, only missed a little bit of it though. Jump back in the chat here real quick before I get out of here. You go back to 2002 with Impact. Yeah, I mean, I go back to the penny pay-per-view. That was my ticket in. I didn't buy any of the $10 weekly pay-per-views, but you know, I started watching when they had the cable deal on Fox. I think it was Fox, and then went to Spike or whatever. Fox is when I really started watching it. He'll start going hob hob. What? You're so goofy. Sammy versus Tessa at Slammiversary? Eh, is that what they're building to? Because now Sammy looks like he's like talking down to the knockouts, which is kind of weird. I don't get that. That's not like Sammy and his crew. It's kind of weird. You're going to be doing a podcast about NXT Takeover tomorrow. No, I'm going to be at the MLW Fury Road show live from like 7 till whenever it gets done, 11. Whatever the tickets, ticket says like 4 hour show. But no, I'll be at MLW. I might watch it at some point because I heard it's going to be a good bill, but I'm not watching it live and I'm not doing a thing tomorrow night for it. So, uh, excuse me. Damn. Time to go. Oh, you said book it. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Fox Sports Net was their first TV deal. Dude, yeah, I watched all those episodes. It was on a really weird time, too. It was like Thursday early afternoon or some shit, too. I remember that. It was good stuff. I'd like get the kids home from school and turn it on. God, that was a long time ago. Holy crap, my kids were all dinky as hell. Oh, OVE versus Rascals at Slammiversary Battle for Ohio. Nice. ECW aired on Fox Sports Net and sport channels at 2 in the morning. I don't remember that. I know they had a TV deal, but I don't remember that. I know they were on like TNN or something or some shit. I don't know. Excuse me. Tired of the ladies versus the guys. Yeah, I mean it's nice once in a while, but they're like the whole thing is nonstop with Scarlett Bordeaux. I want to see her in ring stuff, you know? Like if she could be a valet for Falaba and do her own thing, you know, but they're not doing that. It's seems kind of one sided lately. Let the ladies fight one another. Yeah, I mean, I want Scarlett as champ, man. She's good on the mic too. That's great. Sammy Talk is anti because Scarlett is facing OVE makes sense. I mean, yeah, and I hope that's all they're doing, really. Get an ECW chant going. ECW. Yeah. Yeah. They did it at the hall. They did it at the hall. They're live. Just before the TNN days before ECW and was their hardcore show. Oh, I didn't know that. That's wild. Okay. Hey, cool if Mox shows up tomorrow night. I'm like, dude, I've talked about this. I said if Mox is gonna show up on MLW TV, he should show up during. I think a lot of Impact fans want to see Sammy Callahan versus Mox in Impact Wrestling. If we don't get that, which I'm still hoping, because if Mox is showing up in AEW and he's showing up in Japan and he's got a couple indie dates he's popping up at all of a sudden within the next few months during the summer, there's no reason why he can't. There's no reason. Um, I hope he shows up during the Callahan Mance match. Good old Manser and good old Callahan. All of a sudden, the lights go out and both of them are laid out in the ring, and Mox shows up in the middle of the ring, and the whole just Waukesha, just one big nuclear explosion. Dude, I'd have a fucking stroke. I swear to God, I'd be like, I'd die. I'd die seriously. And if he is or if he is going to show up tomorrow night in Waukesha, um, there's no there's no hints at anything. Sometimes they put little things in their newsletters like, oh, um, like right before they announced Flamita, they said, oh, um, Kurt Bauer and Associates are in talks with Lucha Libre legend. And I was like, I said Dr. Wagner Jr., I don't know. That was just off the top of my head. I was like, Flamita. I was like, oh, okay. Better. Makes up for losing, Phoenix, because, Joseph Samael melted his face off. Jesus. That was crazy. Joint show with Indie Company. Mox is working for and book Mox versus Sammy. I have no doubt that Mox is going to work like Sammy's company, like Pro Wrestling Revolver, sometime later this summer or fall. You could do a Periscope pre-show like tomorrow. Yeah, I might do a little something. I don't know what kind of internet I'm going to have. It's going to be like the joint is like right next to an airport, so I don't know if that's going to be. I don't know. Like I said, I want to record some footage for tomorrow night, but I don't know what I'm gonna. I just hope there's a good crowd there. That's all I really hope for. The greater Milwaukee area is a very passionate wrestling crowd. Um, it just it makes me nervous because it's a debut of a company that's not on TV around here, really. So I'm hoping. I've been trying to promote it on like my Facebook locally, too. So I even promoted the Jim Cornette, meet and greet thing. And no, I'm not getting into the Jim Cornette thing. I haven't heard his stuff. No, I'm not even going to talk about it. I don't have time tonight. Someone should sign the former Judas Macias. Um, he's an independent guy now. He's out of his Lucha Underground contract. Wait, oops, what? Put his foot in his mouth again. Yeah, I mean, he's talking nonstop tonight. And I saw a couple of things, and then Randy Hawkins in the chat here was tagging me in some stuff, and Randy's trying to get me all riled up about stuff. I'm like, dude, I haven't even seen it. I can't. No offense, Randy. It's all good. whatever's going on with Jim Cornette, that's up to MLW and Kurt Bauer. That's all I gotta say about it. All right. So I mean, if he shows up in Waukesha tomorrow night, then whatever. Last minute before tapings, I don't think Kurt's gonna do anything. Um, unless something serious happens in the next 24 hours, he'll probably be there. Whatever. Let's see, Thunder Rosa and Impact. Yeah, she's had some talks with some people. She's all over the place. She's does a lot of stuff down south, but she's all over the place. She's not signed with Women of Honor. I thought she was. Someone is streaming MLW tomorrow night. I might be able to watch. Check the Woo channels. You know which ones I'm talking about? The Woo. I can't think of what they're called. There's like 3 or 4 of the Woo something, Woo Wrestling, something, I forget. They do all the live streams. Yeah, it's late. I don't know what the hell I'm just whatever. Signed to Neil Dashwood and undoubtedly the best women's division in wrestling. Yeah, I think she's gonna sign with someone soon. I don't know. Thunder Rosa did AAW tonight. Oh, you know what? I saw that on Twitter. They posted that Sammy Callahan interrupted her or something like that. How is he in Impact and AAW at the same time? I'm kidding. Thank you, Blood Rain. Yeah, that's what it is. Kaima TV. Yeah, just Google that and it'll take you straight to the channels. And then they do all the live streams. They do Raw, SmackDown, Impact, Ring of Honor, all the shows. All the shows. Dragon Gates, New Japan, all the shit. Yep. Well, YouTube, they show their stuff on Mondays. So that's how I watch them. But if you have the beIN Sports package on your cable or whatever outlet, you can watch it live tomorrow, or just you just look it up. You can find it. You got a bookmark. See, there you go. Blood Rain's got a bookmark. He's set. I don't know how much they're showing though. I don't know if it's going to be an hour, 2 hours, what. But look for me. I'll be there. The state of women of honor don't sign. You don't sign Thunder Rosa? Yeah, I know. They've booked her for some shows and they just haven't signed her. Yeah. No, they signed Velvet Sky and whatever. What's her neck? If MLW is on YouTube tomorrow night, it's not. It's not. It's YouTube gets the replay, the uncut replay from TV 2 nights later. It's live on Saturdays on the whatever, and then the replays on YouTube on Mondays. So thank you, Selfie King. 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. our time. Yup. Old Manser and Sammy fight. Mox. We'll see. Velvet blocked me on Twitter. You guys. The Allure. Oh, God. Crazy. Yeah, you said that earlier. You were blocked by Joey Ryan. Well, you pissed him off. You did something, you goof. All right, let's get out of here. We're an hour 20 minutes in. Right. All right. Yeah, we kind of went off all over the place towards the end here, but that's okay. We keep it light, we keep it casual, we try to keep it fun. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, MLW tomorrow night. Gonna try to do some recording. I don't know what's all gonna happen. All I know is that it's gonna be a friggin' blast. Von Erich's gonna be there, Manser, Callahan, Hammerstone, all the guys. Aries, crazy. Um, so watch for that. I'll still do the weekly reviews like I always do on hashtag MLW Mondays. But yeah, super stoked. Can't wait for that. So yeah, like I said, if you are gonna be there, look me up, hit me up. Don't be afraid to say hi. I don't know what I'm wearing yet. Maybe my purple Macho Man shirt that'll stand out a little bit. Um, I gotta wash it. So, all right, take care, guys. I'm getting out of here. Much love. Have a tremendous weekend. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. We're out of here.